Right now, if you ran out of salt, your food would taste bland in seconds. But for over 190,000 years, humans had no salt shakers, no salt mines, no supermarkets. So how did they survive? And even thrive without it? Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked survival mysteries in human history. How ancient humans got the sodium their bodies needed, without mining a single grain of salt. First, let's understand why salt matters at all. Your body needs sodium to send nerve signals and keep your heart beating properly. It also controls muscle contractions and fluid balance in every cell. So the assumption is simple: no salt, no survival. But that assumption misses something huge. For most of human history, people were hunter-gatherers. And here's the secret: meat is naturally loaded with sodium. Muscle tissue, blood, and organs all carry natural sodium. A meat-heavy diet could supply almost all the sodium a human body needs. No seasoning required. Nature had already done the work. Hunter-gatherers wasted nothing. Blood, organs, and marrow were all eaten. This is where it gets interesting. The real salt crisis didn't start with hunters. It started when humans became farmers. Plant-based diets are naturally very low in sodium. Once farming spread, sodium deficiency became a real problem for the first time. So how did farming communities fix this? One answer: salt licks. Salt licks are natural mineral deposits animals visit to get sodium. Ancient humans noticed this behavior and followed the animals straight to the source. These spots became prime hunting grounds too, predictable and deadly. In areas without salt deposits, humans found another workaround: plant ash. Burning certain plants concentrates their potassium salts in the ash. This ash was used to season food and replace some of the missing sodium. Coastal communities had it easier. They could boil seawater or simply let it evaporate in the sun, leaving salt crystals behind. This method, solar evaporation, is remarkably effective. Some coastal cultures were producing usable salt over 8,000 years ago, and once communities had extra salt, something huge happened. Trade. Salt became one of the very first traded commodities in human history. Inland communities depended entirely on trade routes to get it. This value only grew with time. Roman soldiers were sometimes paid partly in salt. The word salary actually comes from the Latin word for salt. In parts of Africa, salt was literally worth its weight in gold, traded block by block across the Sahara Desert. But here's the twist. Did low-salt ancient humans actually suffer for it? Modern research says, not really. Isolated hunter-gatherer groups today still eat low-sodium diets. They show remarkably low blood pressure, even into old age. Compare that to today, where the real problem isn't too little salt. It's too much, hidden inside processed food. Our kidneys evolved to conserve sodium efficiently, because for most of human history, sodium was scarce, not abundant. That said, ancient humans weren't immune to danger. In extreme heat or heavy exertion, losing too much sodium through sweat was risky. So early humans adapted their behavior, resting during peak heat, and staying close to water and mineral-rich food whenever possible. This knowledge was passed down for generations. Where to find salt licks, how to use ash, which foods carried sodium. It became survival wisdom, carried across thousands of years. From salt licks to seawater evaporation, from plant ash to global trade routes. Humans didn't just survive without salt. They engineered clever ways around every obstacle nature put in front of them. And in doing so, they built the foundation for one of the oldest trade economies on Earth, all driven by a mineral small enough to fit in your palm. So, next time you casually shake salt onto your food, remember that simple action was once a luxury, worth fighting for, trading for, and even paying soldiers with. Meat gave hunter-gatherers natural sodium. Salt licks led farmers straight to hidden mineral deposits. Plant ash replaced sodium where no deposits existed. And seawater evaporation turned oceans into salt factories. Every grain in that shaker carries thousands of years of human ingenuity. A story of survival, trade, and adaptation, hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed uncovering this hidden survival mystery, subscribe for more stories of how ancient humans outsmarted nature. One problem at a time. Silence. Outro music only.